Hey everybody, today I just want to make a quick video on how you can simulate some of the different NI devices out there. So this doesn't work for every single device that NI kind of sells, but it does work for a lot of them. So this is really useful to be able to maybe you ordered some hardware, maybe you ordered like a CDAQ chassis and some modules, and maybe they're not going to be here for 2 or 3 weeks or so, but you want to start writing your code now and at least just being able to run it, make sure things are working. Simulation is a great way to do that. Obviously the data you're getting isn't necessarily the data that you're going to be wanting to get from the actual device, and the simulation does have some limitations in that you can't control what the data looks like that you're reading, but it is useful just to make sure everything's working, your whole system. So we're just going to open NIMax. This is where you're going to go to configure your simulated device. And there's this device and interfaces section. So you're going to want to select that. And once you've selected that, and especially if you expand the tree, you can see all of the devices you have connected. But what we're going to do is go to this create new right here and click that. So we're going to be going to this simulated NI DAQmx device or modular instrument. So there's a few different options. You can add different types of devices, but we're going to add a simulated DAQmx device or modular instrument and hit finish. We're going to take just a second, and then you're going to get a list of different devices that you can simulate. So then we can go select based off of what device we're wanting to simulate, the specific device, and then I'll show you how we can then go add other simulated components to that as well. So here's our list. You can see they kind of have it categorized by different types of DAQ. So like the MIO DAQ, which is kind of the most recent modern DAQ hardware that NI has released. X series, M series, S series, USB DAQ, test scale, compact DAQ, field DAQ. So you're going to need to know, what hardware you want to simulate. There's a lot of options, so don't just come here and be like, I don't know, simulate a device, and then the device might not actually do what you think it does or work the way you think it works. And you can search if you know maybe like the name of the device, but you don't know what category it falls under. You can search. So I'm just going to go to compact DAQ chassis. So we can simulate a chassis with a couple slots, and then we're going to put some modules in there, and then we can show how you can read those then in LabVIEW. So I'm going to select the 9174, CDAQ 9174, just because this is a CDAQ chassis with 4 slots in it. So you can see now that it appears over here on the left, and it's kind of golden. So the gold denotes that it is a simulated device, not like a physical device you have plugged into your computer. It does assign it, a name just like any other CDAQ chassis. So, first one connected to CDAQ 1, CDAQ 2, 3, 4, on, and you can customize that name. You do get this other option up here though now that is configure simulated CDAQ chassis. So I can click that, and depending on how many slots that chassis has, I'm going to be able to select the modules that I want to simulate. So I get this little drop-down list, and I can choose which modules I want. So maybe a NI9205 because I want to read some voltages. Let's do a NI9210 because I want to read some thermocouples. Maybe let's do a 9401 because I have some digital outputs I need to write, and let's do last one a 9263 because we need to generate an analog output. So I can hit OK, and I don't have to configure all of the slots either, just the ones that I want to simulate. But now you can see I have all of my simulated modules appearing there as well. So I can see all of these. I have all the same options up here that I would have with a physical device where, I can create tasks, I can view pinouts, I can load test panels, all of that stuff. So yeah, that's basically all you need to do to set up your simulated hardware. It's that easy. Then I can go into LabVIEW from there. And for example, I can now connect to my hardware. So let's just show with this create channel. There we go. Sweet. So CDAQ6, if you remember, is our chassis. So CDAQ6 mod 1 is our simulated CDAQ 9174 with a simulated NI 9205 in there. And this is CDAQ6 mod 1 AI 0, so the first channel on that card. So then I'm able to do my programming and I can run this, and I'm not going to get errors that there's not a device present or any of that. I'm just going to be able to get data. And then basically for analog inputs, it just the signal just generates kind of a sine wave where it goes up and down, and you don't really have control over that behavior if you wanted to change that, but it's great for just making sure your code's working, that data's getting from point A to point B like it's supposed to, all of that stuff. So hopefully that's helpful. That is how you simulate NI hardware using NIMax, and then being able to connect to it in LabVIEW. Thanks for watching.
Canon Controls is your gateway to mastering LabVIEW. Dive into programming for data acquisition, industrial communications, and manufacturing automation. Explore how to enhance your projects with cybersecurity best practices. Join the journey to elevate your skills and secure your systems with every episode.